Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil, episode 172. This is the show where we take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge. We show you what we're working on. We show you some of the challenges we're facing. We show you a glimpse of the future. This is the show where you get to interact with us. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your ideas. We want to hear your best jokes and puns. This is the show where we always stay on topic. Nothing ever goes unplanned, and we never have any technical difficulties. This is the show where we spend 2 hours talking terrain, enjoying a frosty beverage, and hanging out with you wonderful folks. Welcome, 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 welcome. Woo!
Not tonight, though. Tonight we're not doing 2 hours. Tonight we're only going to do an hour because we got convention stuff bearing down on us.
Chris and I are both have to build like, what's something that builds really fast?
What's something that builds really fast? The pyramids.
Dwarves.
Rome, famously.
Yeah. Built in a day.
Yeah.
Dwarves that have been drinking are addicted to haste potions.
So people that build fast, not something.
Yeah,
okay, so
or
not
something
like a building that got it.
Something like what's a fast thing that has to build like crazy. Like
beavers do build really fast. That's true. So do pigeons,
Yes.
but the nests are terrible.
Beavers on meth. That's us tonight. So we'll probably we'll go for an hour.
I got the teeth for it.
All
Did you guys not start yet either? We've started, but you know, some last minute collaboration stuff comes up. And
Oh, we started like crazy.
all that jazz.
I just lost a couple days. I had like weird vertigo at the beginning of this week.
Yeah.
It was nuts. But we're back. And Chris always gets these last minute changes from these collabs.
That's just the way it is. When you work with outside people, like stuff just it happens.
So what are we doing tonight, Chris? What's the plan?
Well, we're gonna take our first look at the desert part of Perilous Frontiers. Not a ton to show. Again, we've just got a couple things to show, but we're gonna get good first looks at that.
Glimpses.
So that's the big thing. And then I guess about a half hour into the stream, we're gonna give away a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card. Because since we're cutting things in half.
on their toes, right?
Yeah.
They never know when it's coming.
Keep
It's
you
like
on
the
the
Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the general plan tonight. We're gonna try to go through news very fast as well, so that we can make the most of the time that we do have.
What do people have to do to win this this fabled $50?
So send a postcard to. I don't want to use our address, but I can't think of a fake address.
A self-addressed stamped envelope?
Yeah.
A sachet?
Never mind. We're gonna give you a word. It'll be very clear when it's time. We'll give you a word. If you don't work here, you can win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just get into it? Let's get into it.
For you. Yeah.
Get into that
Also,
news.
if you're new, hop in the, feel free to hop in the comments. And obviously, if you're old, you can hop in the comments. We really do. We appreciate your feedback. We appreciate seeing so many friendly faces, even though it's names. A lot of them are faces to us. It's great to have you here. So feel free to let us know what you're thinking, as long as you stay nice.
Yeah. If you're mean, you're out of here.
Right? And like PG, 13 PG.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Wait, can we go up to PG-13?
Do we?
Because we've been keeping ourselves at PG.
Oh, yeah. You can start dropping F-bombs at PG-13, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're PG.
So unless Tyler's on stream, in that case, we're
Yeah, oh,
definitely
boy.
PG-13.
We're like, R, hard R.
Yeah. No, not hard R. Not hard R.
R.
He hasn't gone that far. Yeah. You want to get in the news?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
PG News. Okay. It's the news. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, what's up?
What's in the news? I was going to try and do a sup dog thing, but I don't really know how to set it up. I only know how to be the bad recipient of it.
You don't really know what sup dog is.
Yeah, what is sup dog?
Don't worry about it. All right. So, hey, you filthy animals. The pledge manager for Cities Reforged closes tomorrow night. Woo! If you have not finalized your pledge, please get in there, check it out. Just so we can get you your stuff. Like, this is the stage where you tell us where you live so we can send things to you. Also, make sure you get your final stuff put in, because we also, once this pledge manager closes, we're going to calculate the treasure chests you get. And that's based on how much you spend. So if you're planning on getting $800 more stuff or something, and you forget to finalize it and get it in,
You don't get treasure chests.
yeah. Plus, also, we'll be able to set it up on the back end, but it's a lot harder.
Also, we need to make sure we have the order. So if you don't do the pledge manager, and then you realize in 12 months and you write us, we'll get you your stuff if we have it, but it might not have it in stock because you ordered the thing that we didn't get enough of or whatever.
Yeah.
So put your orders in.
Yes.
Because also, it's really interesting to us to see what all the final quantities are. In fact, we should do that. Someone has asked that for it, right? We should do a top 10 or something, or a top 10, bottom 10, once we have those numbers in, because it's very interesting to see what people actually buy. It informs us.
But only if you deliver it like Letterman.
How did he do his top 10 list with a little card and a
little
grin?
card, and it was a little animation of the thing flying in.
Can you get a little keyboard and you'll be Paul Schaefer?
I can design the a keyboard as in like the music, the instrument.
Because he's like
I can be Paul Schaefer.
And
I could hit
And
a couple keys. I can do Paul Schaefer's job.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I could just
Look at that. You're already there.
This is basically.
I heard he wrote that.
This is basically Paul Schaefer.
That's it. He's just.
Yeah.
I heard he wrote that also.
Yeah. So try and finalize that. Saying 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Is when we're planning on doing it. Probably delay it a couple hours because usually I just do it before I go to bed. Just close it. So just get that stuff in there.
And please do it, because otherwise customer support has to go and email everybody and hound you and try and track you down. So like it just makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah.
Fill out your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we want to get you your stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so we got all that.
Hey, speaking of getting people their stuff.
Oh, hey, all the Dungeons Reforged stuff is on the water.
Boom.
All that stuff is trucking over here. Well, boating over here, I should say. And the nice thing is, it also looks like the tariff stuff has gone away, at least for now, to the point where we're not worried about those containers getting hit hard with. Well, I mean, they're still getting hit with the tariffs that are there, but they're not going to get hit with an extra 100%.
It's not triple digits. So
yeah, it's not triple digits, so it's not going to kill us.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that stuff's on the way. And yeah, that's all exciting. All that is there.
We mentioned it last week too. I don't think we put on the thing that at this point I believe all of the replacements have shipped for Lowtown.
As of today, I saw a post on Slack saying that the replacements were done. So if you haven't gotten your Lowtown replacement shipment, or like an email about it, just check to make sure it's not
in
your
the mail. Maybe it hasn't all arrived yet, but
you might not have gotten your they should all be sent out though, I believe. Chuck can correct us if that's wrong. He's in chat. But yeah.
Yeah.
So all those Lowtown replacements should be out. What else do we have here?
Purchase or perching.
Woo! Purchase or perching. Nice. Got the notification delivery 30 minutes ago. Perfect.
We'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So I believe that means that the last ones went out today. So it might be that some notices are going to go out tomorrow or something.
Yeah, you'll get a couple of the pieces last few will trickle in over the next couple of days, but it should all be out. So yay! That means Lowtown will officially be closed, be done, be out. Like Yahoo!
Yes. Let's see. What's the right order to do the rest of this? We're gonna be at PAX Unplugged next week as a Friday through Sunday convention in Philadelphia. If you are planning on going, you can see us there. If you're not planning on going, but you're close and you've got next weekend open, consider it. We'll have a lot of stuff there. We'll have Dungeons Reforged. We'll have Cities Reforged. Starforged. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff. We got a booth twice as big as last year.
They also do Sunday kids tickets. If you just wanted to go for a day, if you live somewhat nearby, like it's like $25 for kid tickets on Sunday. So that's a pretty neat option too. You can literally just go for a day. Mm-hmm. So it's cool. It's very fun. My kids went last year, didn't want to leave, and they're coming back this year. Talia didn't want to leave. Everyone was excited. It was like,
it's a fun convention. Like it's one of the most fun. It's so geared around actually playing games that's fun. There's all kinds of demos to do.
Huge board game libraries. Yeah. Like it's fun.
Compared to some other conventions that are more on the commercial side, like this one has a very high rate of like actual activities to go do.
Has a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Philadelphia's just a fun place to walk around.
It's not too overwhelming. Like it's big, but it's like you can take it in. You're not just like drowning in like Gen Con. You're just like it's just too much of an onslaught.
Yeah. So fun time.
Yeah. So I don't remember what our booth number is, but you should come visit us.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. We're doing a great
job. Because of that, we won't be streaming next week because we're going to be in Philadelphia already setting up. Let's see.
And then the week after Thanksgiving, so we're not going to be streaming then either.
Mudkip, yes. And then Mudkip just asked about the reserve release. Another bit of news. Because if you weren't aware, the 21st is when PAX Unplugged starts. That is when we are launching our holiday market. It's going to have some new bundles and stuff. We were also planning on doing a reserve release on that day. We realized maybe it was a bad idea to do that on the start of PAX.
Do you know why we realized that?
Somebody brought it up.
You guys, yeah.
So
Last
we're pushing it back till over the weekend. So that reserve release is going to be on Monday the 24th now. So that's the plan. It'll be a couple days after the holiday market drops. It'll be after people should be home from Unplugged by that point. We should be home from Unplugged. Well, we'll be on the road back up to New York, I think, at that point. But yeah.
Eldritch Mech Warrior is a 50-hour drive to Philly. Does that mean you're in like Alaska? Where's like a 50-hour drive? Like where?
Oh no, like that's like middle. Some places middle America would be about
It's like
50
2
hours.
days straight of driving.
When I drove here from
Texas,
yeah.
I mean, it's like a day just to drive across Texas. So that's right.
I did a cross country road trip when I moved out here, but granted, we started in Washington. We swooped down in like south of Paramount. If we had just gone straight over, it would have been faster. But it took us a little over a week. But we were making stops and all that.
And you weren't driving straight for 48 hours.
Yeah, we weren't driving straight.
Letitia got us our booth number, booth 4035. Thank you. Oh, round trip. Oh, okay. See, that's not so bad. You could do that in 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really stunning to think about just how big America is, how long it takes to drive across it. Let's see. Last thing we have. So
yes, you must let your players fast travel.
In the spirit of restocking or reserve releases, we're currently talking to the factory about placing our first restock in a year.
Wait, like how crazy is that?
The last restock order we placed with them last December. So it's been almost a year since we've actually placed.
Well, by the time this is actually in and ordered, it'll be probably December.
Yeah, there's a bit of it's not set yet. It's a thing. We told them what sets we're looking at. They're gonna give us a quote on how much they can do of what sets for what price and all that. So we'll see what makes sense.
A little back and forth and whatever. So it'll be a year.
Yeah.
Woo!
It'll be a year. We're planning on bringing back, getting a lot of the core sets that have just been missing for a bit. A lot of the stuff that's been, a good amount of the space is going to be the sets that we need for the store to function. But there's going to be some fun stuff in there too. We're planning on getting the waterfalls back in. We're planning on doing the runic columns in Underdoom.
Woo!
And the entrance riser in ice.
It's gonna be such a good
for caverns, because those are the only paint schemes that those pieces are missing in, outside of Hellscape, I guess. But I don't know how you do that with the runic columns.
It's a whole nother.
Yeah. So those will be coming. There's other fun stuff in there too.
We get the missing pieces from the castle sets. We can get those other castle things.
Yes, that'll have new castle
bundles.
Stuff.
Like
Pedestal of Pain is in there too. Pedestal of Pain. Pedestal of Pain, both in Hellscape and Standard, we're asking.
Of course,
about
we
as well.
haven't actually gotten the thumbs up from them on all this stuff yet, so we'll see.
Sometimes
they come back with an MOQ of like 1,000 sets. We're like,
yeah, which is what happened when we tried to restock some castle stuff, which is why we're doing the new castle sets. Escarpments, escarpment straights are on the list too, I believe. There's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Like, we're not going to be able to get everything we need because core sets are eating up a lot of it because it's been a year. So
yeah,
but we're back in business.
Yeah, I don't remember everything that's on the list, but this is just, I was looking through it again yesterday. Yeah, so we're working on that, and then hopefully we'll then be placing a restock order every couple months, like we want to be. We'll see.
If things can just level out a little bit.
It helps that we're kind of sneaking. It helps that we're kind of sneaking a small restock in with Cities Reforged as well. Like we're getting a lot of that Lowtown stuff in.
Well, we got all the dungeon stuff coming with Dungeons Reforged.
Yeah.
We have it'll probably be because we'll have Dungeons Reforged early next year, followed by Cities Reforged, and this restock probably in between the two of them or something. So we'll have a nice bunch of stock coming in next year.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Speaking of Lowtown, I just remembered some of the wood core sets are in there as well. Some the floors and everything from Lowtown that have sold out are also on the list.
Thatched roof, the fogger.
Yeah, the fogger's coming with Dungeons Reforged.
Yeah.
Fogger will actually be here before that restock. So
yeah,
we're trying to fix the store. Things are leveling out.
Doing the best we can in some volatile times.
It has been
tariffs make things lively.
Yeah, we've had some setbacks.
Not good lively.
It is looking like we're kind of coming out the other side now. So We'll see.
Yeah.
I think that is everything
Woo!
I
It's
had
all
for
the
news.
news.
Believe so. Sound's not working for you? Then I can't tell you, but hopefully somebody will tell you that the waterfall is being restarted.
Mace knows sign language.
I don't.
Yeah. Someone else has to type it for you.
Painted sewers restock, correct paint scheme. We would need to sell down the stuff that's there, I believe. Maybe I think I did see some sewers.
I know.
I can't remember.
Let's see. We'll get your list once we actually get it all signed off on. We'll get a formal list.
Yeah, that's also the thing, is we don't know. We might have to cut some stuff. We might actually have some room in the container to add some stuff.
We don't want to
We'll
get too excited yet, because it might.
Yeah. Cool. Let's get into the fun part.
All right. So
if anybody has questions about any of that stuff, go ahead and ask in chat, and I'll respond in chat.
Last we left our intrepid viewers, we were looking at some Perilous Frontiers. So our next campaign, launching June of next year, Perilous Frontiers. We're going to do sand and snow. We're going past the wildlands into the out into the wastelands. Yeah. So we looked at some snow stuff, and we said today we'd do a first look at deserts. The downside is we changed the paint scheme today. So Aaron has a few pieces painted, but we don't have. I thought we'd have more to show than we have, but at least we get to show you something. So it's a start. You know, it'll all be an arc. And we have a couple of new shapes over here we can show you too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dragos, we just watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I always think of him because he looks like Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah.
And he dressed as Drax for Gen Con. So it's like, now I just see, I'm pretty sure you're the actor that plays Drax, as far as I'm concerned. Can you confirm that? No.
I wasn't listening. What's up?
Finley, click the video. Oh, he's trying to...
Somebody was having trouble hearing it. Oh, cool. He's got it fixed.
There's some pictures of snow, I think, in Discord. Doesn't Robin do this, like, killer recaps? All right, so this is where we are currently with sand. So what we're endeavoring to do is... we're using the same sculpts for a bunch of pieces with different paint schemes. So this was 6x6 floor in ice, and then same piece in sand.
Is it on auto white balance?
I don't know. Looks a little green up there.
Something weird's happening with the white balance. Yeah, it's on auto white balance. Okay, let me fix
Oh,
that.
so it's oh boy. We should get a white.
This looks good.
No, look at my hands. I'm not that pink.
This
That's
looks good.
closer. Yeah. Let's get a. What is that on? Yeah, that looks pretty.
Does that look accurate?
Yeah, ish. I don't know. Yeah, my hand. Look at my skin tone. No, that's not too. Yeah, that's too cool.
Oh, that's woof.
There's got to be something in between. That's way off.
Yeah.
Look at my skin tone. That's closer, but it's still a little cold.
All right. Can I just make it less cold here? All right. Yeah.
There you go. Let's go with that. That looks pretty close to my eye. Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
Don't touch.
All right.
Yeah, because that looks like, to my eye, my hand looks the same.
All right.
Something like that. Yeah, there is a color card somewhere, but that requires like finding it and doing it right.
Yep.
It's more fun to be rough and tumble and have technical problems like on the fly. That's the theme of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to see cold desert, hot desert, and hell desert. Heck desert, PG. So.
You can say hell in PG.
You can say hell. I don't know. What are you? In this day and age.
If they say it in the Bible, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Damnation. You can say that too, right? Isn't that in the?
Yeah.
It's a whole.
It's definitely in there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we're all headed. See, now these look different, which is funny. I don't know. But, all right, so this is where we're at with. This is the 3 steps. Aaron can tell you exactly the steps. There's a wash in there. There's a dry brush in the top, and there's maybe a base coat in the middle. And so there's like 3 different tones. It's nice. So it has little patches. It could be a beach, could be Athos, could be something like that. All right, and then we've got, so that's basically that's the floors. That this is the dunes we're not taking. It's slightly off. I don't know why the or the color is not right there. Once again, we'll get to the bottom of it, but that's the intent, is that they will be basically the same color. And as you can see, they're not quite there yet. All part of the adventure here. And then we've got, so the idea is that these will mostly have the same paint scheme, so there'll be a nice continuity to them. The banks will start with the same paint scheme on the top, and then have a little bit of darkening on the edge, to sort of enhance the contour. It looks particularly good against the terrain trays. And if you're doing like a little step up, it helps give you a little, helps you sort of see that there's a little change of elevation there. It looks kind of like a shadow. It's kind of nice. Hey, Charles is here. It's actually, no, so these are just prototypes. They will be similar to the escarpments. They will be sealed. They will be dwarvenite. They will be solid. Now, in general, hollow stuff feels unfinished. Like it definitely wants to be sealed. Wants to feel like a solid thing. Occasionally, we'll do something hollow, like the ice wall from Caverns Deep, or the hollow edge from Wildlands. If the intention is to try and like hide something in it or put a mini in it or whatever, but generally we like to try to seal stuff up. All right, so we got some. We got a little bit of floorage. Now we have to say, yes, there will be terrain trays, Mudkip. We got some fun stuff a brewing. Bunch of terrain trays. Who knows what else? So we need some rocks in here. So let's see. Sun-baked rocks. So we tried at one point like a really rich red, like a red roxy sort of thing, and it felt too specific. Sort of went all over the place and ended up with this sort of sun bleached look, to try and once again have everything feel parched and arid and dry and dusty and relatively monochromatic, right? The idea being that if you're just using the plain rocks and the plain sand, you can create those scenes where it just feels like it's endless sands going forever, those Lawrence of Arabia like long vistas where it's just sort of nothing. And then obviously you can pepper up as much as you want it. You can add attitude with other bits if you want, but the idea was the base bits are relatively plain and bleak, and then you can pepper in interesting bits like Wyverstone or sand or other interesting elements to add some color and texture if you want, or particularly if you do a couple of bleak encounters and finally they find something, they get through that oasis or that whatever, and there's something really neat, cool. All right, so we got, let's see. This was do you remember the Tafoni rock we showed in ice? I have it over here too. We can compare. Well, we'll look at this first. Wow, this one's very heavy. It's nice. It must be resin. So this is one of the new textures that we have going on, is this Tafoni rock lace, which is formed by hundreds of years of sand being blown into rock. It gets you that rock lace, also known as Tafoni. Thank you, Eli, for building everybody's vocabulary. I bet like Chuck and Michelle have seen much of that in Utah. Cool shape. So this is the this is the same rock in Arctic scheme. Very different feel. It's kind of exciting. There's the hidden sandworm. All right, so now we're already starting to get a little bit of attitude, right? Now there's like we got some sand, we got a couple of rocks, a couple of things. We need, let's see what else we look. Let's get a little hint of color. We got we don't have a name for this little desert rose thing yet, but it's we got a little plant, a little succulent there, a little geometric succulent there. So we got a little splash of turquoise or teal, I guess. Boom. So that's trying to introduce, once again, you can easily pepper in a little bit of color, pop out a little bit of color. We have a scrub brush. We'll get some plants in here. Oh, this one's so worn, the paint's coming off the tips. Hold on. Let's see this guy's. And this is actually shrinking down. This is 20% too large. So imagine it shrinking down just a spickle. So be a little denser. Boom, boom, boom. Texas tree. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then what do we got last? Two more things to show. And to give you a taste, desert. So these are not new sculpts, right? We have some new sculpts, but these are just so we can sort of test color, because Erin didn't have all the new sculpts on hand. But this is the current treatment on Wyverstone in desert. I think she was pulling from fire agates, so it's a kind of a gradient, and there's some interference paint in there. So it has like this weird kind of greenish sheen to it. So I'd say it's pretty sick. So once again, the idea is you can start as plain as you want, and then you can start peppering in stuff for taste. And these are not currently not in the campaign. We have new Wyverstone bits, but this was to sort of see what the color could be like. Something like that. Yeah, it should be neat. The challenge is right now there's a few too many steps on this, so Erin's trying to simplify it out to see if we can get it more replicatable. But that's the effect we're looking for, because it's pretty. Should give it give some zhuzh to whatever you're dropping these down on, but while still feeling deserty. Right? And what's kind of fun too is these rocks really pop if you wanted to transplant them and put them out on your forest or mountain or something. They pop nicely. They have a very different tone than everything else we have, which is kind of neat. So then we have one last little guy. This is my favorite. This is my favorite sculpt so far. It's a little guy, but is sort of a crowd pleaser and a showstopper. So this is one of Eli's favorite things to do is to create fantasy flora. Right? He likes to draw from his extensive knowledge of plants and sort of take stuff from real life plants and then fantasy it up a little bit and give you something that feels like it is like desert cattails. Yeah, it's our dragon cactus. So it's a little cactus. Can you see it? Boop. So it's a cactus, but it's not a real earth cactus. And look in there. Ooh, that could be a mouse. That could be something terrible. Yeah. But it should give you, you see it, and your brain says, oh yeah, that looks like a desert thing, but it's not a real world plant, but it should fit like desert and give you that kind of that desert vibe. And it has the right sort of colors, and yeah. So this is kind of a sketch of where we're headed in desert land right now, and the intention is to have stuff in kind of discrete packs so you can focus on what you're excited about. You want a bunch of Wyverstone, that'll be in a bunch of its own packs. You wanted just a bunch of the cool rocks, those will be in their own packs. You want some of the plants, those will be in their own packs. You want the dunes, those will be in their own packs. So you can focus on the stuff that you're excited about and the stuff that you're going to use, right? Maybe you don't want sculpted ground, so you can skip that and just get the scatter bits. Maybe you don't want dunes, you can just get the sculpted ground and the scatter bits. Maybe you don't want scatter bits. Maybe you have enough rocks already, you can just get the sculpted ground, whatever, once similar to Dungeons Reforged or Sage Reforged will have lots of discrete packs, so it should be, we haven't made the packs yet, but it's the same design principle. We're trying to get stuff in packs that are not super expensive, so there won't be a bunch of chase pieces, so you can kind of focus in on the sculpts that you're excited about, pieces you're excited about, and of course the paint schemes that you're excited about, because we have a whole bunch of this stuff will also be in the Arctic paint. And it's kind of fun to see how the identity of the piece changes, like we can see between these guys, right? The kind of the difference in the Tefoni rock going from desert to Arctic. Boom. So it should be a little something for everybody. And I'm very excited to put some scenes together with stuff. Well, I'm excited to have more of this to show you. This is literally all of the current pieces that are painted in the scheme that we have. So we'll have, to be continued in Desert World. And we can look at we have some new pieces in the dunes too. Are there any questions before we go off to that? And it's 7:30. We should do a giveaway. Huh?
Yes, I've got the word in already. I was just waiting for
Hit
a
it.
little break in it.
Let's
If you
do
want
it.
a chance to win a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card, go ahead and type Dragon Cactus, all one
Ha.
word, in the chat. And then we will roll that in a couple minutes. Illegally Extinct and definitely not Sarlacc Pit. Antlion. Will Ice also get Wyverstone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The idea is for it to be sculpts that can be in either scheme.
Yeah, we're trying to sort of build out enough bits. In fact, I'll have to show you a little sample of that. We have one last new thing to show you. Well, the dunes butted up with a floor piece.
He's asking about the trifecta stuff.
Oh yeah, we're poking at it. We'll see how it goes. The challenge is we're literally been generating prototypes as fast as we can, so we can actually play with them and see how they interact with the other stuff. So that is part of the odyssey of development, to see where that goes. We've heard your requests.
I think it's very unlikely that the dunes will be adjusted in a way where they don't build scatter style, just because that's important. But the idea of making trifecta,
we want it to be something that works great for people that just want to use a battle mat, or just want to use terrain trays, or just want to use battle boards, or just want to like clump them down on. You can put your mountain floors down and then put some dunes on that, and it's like the sand of the rocky bits or whatnot. So like the idea is that they can they're standalone, but making sure that they integrate nicely with the sculpted floors. It's on our radar, because you've flagged it with like 9 signal flares and fireworks and everything.
Will the Dragon Cactus get a winter paint scheme, or is that going to be...
Currently, yes. Yes, we're trying. Most things are going to go in both worlds if they fit. And then there'll be some specifics that are, certain things like would only grow in a desert, or something made of ice would only appear in Arctic, something like that. But many things will appear in both worlds. This little stepped rock is, yes, it is somewhat similar to the Stairway to Violence, right? Where you got some nice little steps up. What's going to be neat about this guy is it will have a biscuit slot right here. This is 1.5 inches high, and does it have a second? It does not have a second biscuit slot. But Eli put a little, I don't know, there's a slot here, so you can slot a mini base underneath there and under here to help hold it on the steps. Boom, boom. And then playable space up there. And I think we were popping a pole accessory hole up in this little divot there. And definitely a biscuit slot in there. Like, so when we, ideally we try and premeditate where the stuff is going to be. So in this case, like, Eli is hiding the biscuit slot in an existing crack in the stone. So it'll be a little more disguised, right? Because we try not to, we know the aesthetics are broken when you riddle a thing full of holes, so we try and disguise them as best as we can. So you can have the best of functionality and aesthetics all in one place. Yeah, this guy's going to be a neat little workhorse for doing cool suspended spans and whatnot. Eldritch Warrior is saying why biscuits versus pins. So fun fact about the biscuit slots is they kind of this like hot dog shape. So the bun part of the hot dog fits the biscuit, and then the hot dog part that's sticking out past the bun is so you could fit paired pegs in. So the idea with the biscuit slot is it lets you put in paired pegs or a biscuit. So it gives you best of both worlds. And we have more, at this point, we have more biscuit pieces than we have paired peg pieces by a lot. Like there's only, I don't know, maybe 20 paired peg pieces at best.
In Caverns Deep, you basically just had the bridge.
Just the bridge. And then Wildlands has, there's a dozen or so rocks.
Yeah,
it's not a ton.
The crags and the bridge.
Yep.
The concave floor.
The Titan's Tooth.
Yeah.
All the big crags. The end cap. It's not a ton. The Crescent Rock. There's, maybe a dozen rocks plus the bridge from Caverns Deep plus maybe there's a couple of stragglers are missing, but there's not a ton of paired peg pieces. At this point, biscuits have supplanted them because biscuits are easier to work with than the paired pegs. Like you can, aside from those straight roofs, you can just do it barehanded. You don't need pliers. They don't roll off your table. They're just generally easier and give us more options. So we're very biscuit heavy. We're probably not going to do paired pegs anymore, but that was one of the original design with the biscuit hole was to make sure that it was compatible with paired peg pieces, so you could still use any of your paired peg stuff with your biscuit bits. So that's a good question. And then once again, this is why we have the show, for all these wonderful questions.
And Yak, that rock is a new sculpt. There are some pieces in Wildlands that are similar, just because it's helpful to have those kind of rising. Yeah, it's helpful to have just rising elevation.
This is a brand new sculpt, and we'll have a nice biscuit slot. Neat. What was the question? Scatter sand, snow drifts. Just has some gentle scatter elevation that can move on the map during strong winds. We have the little drifts. One of those can fit side back to back to make a little medium drift. Let's see. What was the other? There was another question I thought. I don't know. I don't know. Why?
Have you considered making the sand landscape have some features that'll make it work as sand for beach terrain?
What would make a beach aside from it's sand going into water?
I think
what else?
Yeah, I think you can use the banks and stuff to make beaches.
Yeah, anything we have that's gonna make the oasis will probably make a nice beach as well. Let's say that. You have tons of pins and pegs and you have 0 biscuits. Well, the good news is you have 0 biscuits. Wow, so you don't have anything from Lowtown or any Starforged or any Cities Reforged. Well, the good news is your natural bridge you can paired peg into here and the like.
Oasis? Oh, did not mention that in Oasis is one of the ideas for the kind of place we want you to be able to build, basically.
It's a we should talk about the key vignettes. We won't do it on this episode, but we'll talk about that's the wait, someone was asking me, hang on, there's 4 painting, what is gonna since no the beach, we are, so for good or for ill, we're keeping the same bank profile that we have for all of our other banks, rather than doing something super gradual, so that there is some compatibility there, even though obviously the well, nobody has Cities Reforged, so you're not wrong there, but you didn't order it. I mean, I don't know. We thought it made sense to just keep doing our banks with the same profile. So yeah, even though the sculpts are different, you could theoretically build in line, build them together if you wanted to, or what, I don't know, maybe there's some crazy, you could do some, IME does a cool transition paint or whatever from sand to grass. I don't know, whatever. So we didn't want to do like a super gradual rise because it seemed like, I don't know, wouldn't folks get more upset if we changed the profile of banks?
Fire Wyver stones are giving me Heat Miser vibes.
Oh yeah, well, stop motion Rudolph.
From the claymation? Yeah.
Hot Springs and Tundra, Oasis and Desert.
Or is it the American rock band from Portland, Oregon?
Who is the American rock band?
Heat Miser.
There was a band, really?
Yeah, they formed in
Didn't know
October
that.
1991. They're a little bit older than me.
Nobody has CG, but mother palm trees would be cool. Stop using the hero scape. Yeah. Win the giveaway. If I win the giveaway, I'll back this campaign. If not, I may still back this campaign. Are those banks trifecta compatible? Sorry if you ever. The banks are not trifecta compatible in that, in other words, do you mean like if we had a transition piece that went from bank to trifecta like we have in the forest? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by yeah. Please clarify. Any chance of desert training could transition to Hellscape? That would be really cool. We do not have any current transition plans, but that would be awesome. I mean, part of the challenge with the transition plans is that there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ones you'd want to do, and so far we've done 0.
We'd have to make a lot of pieces that only have one job.
Snow to mountain.
We're gonna go ahead and roll this giveaway. Yeah. And
New stone is giving desert scorpion vibes. Yeah.
Erus Gizmo.
Trifectas feeling old all of a sudden. Tell me about it, Letitia. Will sandbaits be used in line with wildlands banks? I don't know, but our theory was, don't mess with the profile that already exists because there's sort of inherent compatibility. Also, currently, the other reason not to change the slope profile is it makes the banks bigger. In that, right now they're essentially an inch and a half. So we would have to then the base would probably go up to, I don't even know how big, they'd be 3 inches long or something. The base. I don't know. Also, thin dwarvenite gets really floppy. So is another sort of manufacturing wise, like if we had to go at a really, really delicate slope, the end of the piece would get pretty floppy. So I don't know. But anyway, needless to say, we did not do gentle sloping beaches. You'll have to use your imagination. But having put this up against some old terrain trays and new terrain trays and water, it looks really neat, and we will show that at some point. So I think you'll be able to make beaches that'll work for you. But we will see. You know what? We will certainly demonstrate that at some point in the campaign once we have more than one painted bank piece. Congratulations! Who won?
Erus Gizmo.
Congrats.
Let's see.
Banks do not fit into escarpments. No banks fit into escarpments currently.
It's trifecta ledges from Wildlands that do that. Yeah.
Let's look at the any other questions I missed, or should we go with time to make the most durable floppy disks? Yes. Let's look at the
Let's look at the other new stuff, yeah.
we got
15 minutes.
Yeah, we got some. I got a couple like the last core shape for dunes. All right, these guys away. Say goodbye to Dragon Cactus. World War II North Africa campaign. Yes, totally. Bolt action is 25, 28 millimeter. Anybody know? All right, so last we left our intrepid Banksians. Also, before we look at Banks, what are these dunes? Some of these prototypes are too high. you'll see like there's some mismatches in height, right? Like you can see the right there's a big, about an eighth of inch. This is an eighth inch too high. This is an eighth inch high. So just prefacing that. All right. So we have so looking at the dunes system currently, we have the straight 6-inch straight. We have the 2-inch straight. We have the little convex. We have the big ol' concave. Look at that beast. We have my favorite of the lot, the
Lizard tail.
the lizard tail, the pointy pointy convex. And then we had the saddle. It's the diagonal valley. And then we have, it's not painted yet, but we've got the ridge, which is the sister piece to the saddle. So that one goes up. And what's particularly fun about this guy is it breaks. Let's see if you can see from there. It breaks the 2-inch mark by a bunch. Right, so it goes up. I don't know, it's 2.5 or something, 2 3/4. It's up a nice bunch. So it should be. It's going to be neat. And we also, we've heard your thoughts on making sure it's playable. It's on our radar. There are spots where minis can stand. It's not you don't have carte blanche to necessarily perch a mini, particularly a large or huge mini, anywhere on these. So we're looking at making sure they're as playable as possible. So it's it's on the radar. So let's look at what we can do with these fun guys. So this what's neat about this ridge is, so you can do this just taking the 2 convexes, and once again these are, you can see they're off by an eighth of an inch. Right, so you can get a cool ridge into the lizard tail, and then down. I don't have any. I mean, these little pieces of foam since we're out. And then from here we could go straight, build off, boom, something like that. So what's neat is this is working diagonally right off the thing, so you kind of already inherently make some nice organic shapes in your dunes, and it plays. There's a lot of fun stuff that happens with this guy with the saddle, right? You can kind of like have the saddle feed up into it, and then like continue to run your ridge line along out like there, and then build a second. Start putting a second thing off here. Like that.
Very good line of sight blocking.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Really quickly, just dividing up.
It was
maps.
full 2 inches.
Yeah.
You can do this a neat. Check this out. It's really fun. This is what I was doing the cozy for the cider earlier, right? So if you take 2 concaves, this is like your snowboarding bowl here. You need to run a ridge up there, and then saddle get in, right? You have something like going like that, and then you could put. Let's see. Let's run the ridge over yonder. Something like that. Boom, boom. Maybe like kind of hidden nook. You know what? Not for nothing. A terrain tray in there,
Mm-hmm.
right? A little icy water or something. The frigid arc would be pretty cool. There, definitely a fun spot. Boom, boom.
Put the ziggurat under that.
Put what under it?
The ziggurat.
Yeah, bladed ziggurat look glorious in there.
I wonder if it might be a little big for the hole.
No, it would fit in here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because this is almost 4 inches in diameter. The Sarlacc ziggurat. Well, Spoonbender, this is what we do. It's part of the fun surprise piece. We're gonna look at that last. Boom, boom.
I have no idea what Dungeons Reforged is right now.
Yeah, but it's almost 4 inches in diameter, and that is the bladed ziggurat is Oracle pool size inside, so it's 96 millimeters or something, so it should fit like a charm. That's my back in the envelope guess. What else can we do? What do people want to see with?
So we were able to find a pretty good amount of spots for standard miniatures to stand
Well,
along these.
Eli, as he was sculpting, had minis on hand and was like, but you can sort of see. It's hard to see. There's divots, right? So there's like divots here, divot here, divot here. Like some of them are more playable than others currently, right? So the concave has a lot of good playable space. The saddle has a lot of easily playable space. The straight has got some. It's part of the profile also, if you can see. Right, is that it dips down in the middle so that it's less, there's less slope. The pitch is shallower here, so it's easier to get miniatures across that middle swath on all of them. What else kind of fun stuff we can do with these guys? I need more convexes. Oh, I'll show you. This is a fun. So we're poking at. So these are basically all the core pieces. There's one more not as core, spicier piece, and then there's another one that may or may not happen, and there's another one we're looking at, which is this guy we talked about when you're looking at the Fomox, which would be like a 45-degree piece. And part of the reason for a potential 45-degree is if you're trying to make, just about any, like if you're trying to have a sort of a full self-contained dune, you end up needing a lot of convexes, generally 4, right? 2 on each side. So the more convexes, the merrier. So what's fun about if we had a 45-degree piece is 2 of them serve as my foam is a little imprecise, right? 2 of them serve as a convex, so you get a bonus convex. But they also let you do fun stuff where you can take like 2 of them like this, and then you're working on a straight again, right? So you can essentially make any piece go diagonal. All right, so normally the lizard tail sits like this if you're working with, okay, so you have kind of a twist, but if you want to run that ridge line straight, you put the 45s in there, bump, bump, whoop. You get something like that. You can put the diagonal in there and you can kind of flatten it off if you want. You could put the saddle in there or the ridge, right, if you want to run that. So it lets you kind of run a straight ridge line with all of these. We have like 3 of the kind of more interesting pieces are all diagonal, right? These guys are all diagonal, so this kind of lets you then straighten out your diagonals. And what other fun things does it let you do? You can go, let's see, coming off a diagonal. I guess it's the same gag. We go 45 off the diagonal there. Let's do something like that too. So then you're kicking this off at whatever that is, 45 degrees. Center on that, and if you can see the maybe illustrating the best. Yeah, so it opens up a lot, as well as then just doubling up as giving you more convexes in your mix, right? So you have a bigger toolbox with more convexability.
Those look so organic. I wonder if those 45s are even necessary. It's definitely it opens up options, right? Like
Well,
it's one sculpt to get a lot of options.
Here's the question, right? Would you rather have in your toolbox? Would you rather have 8 of these, or 4 of these, and 8 of these, right? So then these give you the option of they can be a convex, or they can knock your diagonals back onto the straight. So it gives you just flexibility while also having some more variance in your convexes, because you just need a lot of convexes. So it gives you another option, another fun way to build. What other neat bits can we do with this? Do we do that one already too? Like double.
It's like fangs.
Double lizards going into the white fang.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go that way. Boom. Yeah, Marty, I don't have enough convexes already, and
I think it's worth it just for the, one sculpt to give you so many more options. Like,
That's the
yeah.
theory is right. It's a small versatile sculpt that opens up just some neat building flexibility, and it can once again in a pinch it can just become a convex because you're gonna need a lot of convexes, or you can alternate it with your other convexes, right? If I wanted to terminate this, right?
Oh.
Like this is the perfect example, right? Where I want this ridge to run straight, and I can't right now, right? I'm throwing a diagonal in there. So I gotta just boom, boom, boom. Now I have a kind of the straight ridge. Another fun guy. We can put this guy over here. Yeah, these are fun. They're very satisfying to put together once you just sort of slap down some big guys and see what we land.
It'll feel nicer once it's Dwarvenite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everything. I mean, that's
They feel kind of awkward just because of the material they're in now. Like it's weird to hold something that light.
That's kind of the fun every time a campaign ships is like you finally get it and it's like it's like feeling the real thing in hand. It's like there's nothing like it, hands down. I'm out of pieces.
Will they be hollow even in Dwarvenite?
No.
They're supposed to be like the escarpments, right? So they're like fully encased, but the escarpments like
this. They'll be sealed.
Are the escarpments hollow inside though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll be hollow in that sense, but not.
But they generally have an ABS. The bottom is ABS, and the body is Dwarvenite, and it's all glued together, so it's sealed.
Yeah, it's possible that they wouldn't be able to be used with the trifecta floors, but then you just wouldn't use them if you're doing.
Oh, the 45 screw up any trifecta, anything, because they really wreak havoc with if you're trying to maintain a 4-inch square.
We'd basically have to make like diagonal floors, and it's
Yeah,
so
it's and a right and a left because it's kind of a disaster there.
I think it's still helpful,
but it's similar. It's similar to we don't have trifectas for all the escarpment pieces. Sometimes some of the weirder pieces like don't get the trifecta treatment. Let's see. I think it's more important. Like most important is that the Dune system lets you build a bunch of things, and you're like what I'm cognizant of is like your toolbox. You're gonna have to have a lot of convexes. So I hate having to have a dozen of the same piece. I'd rather have a little more variety, especially if you're trying to make organic bits.
How similar are they when you put 245s together? How similar are they to the profile of the convex?
Well, it depends on how they're sculpted, right? So right now, Eli made the convex very diagonal, right? Because we knew we'd want to do this kind of thing a lot, right? Or you'd end up putting two of them together to cap Dune. So if they all bulged out, it feels too circular, right? Then dunes are not as circular in feeling. So the theory is these guys would probably kick out more. I was kind of experimenting with both. These are slightly different profile, but the idea is that they would probably kick out more. Like this is, if you look at this on a 4-inch square, this is almost running a diagonal. So these would bulge out more. So the theory is that they would have a more curved profile. So if you put them together, they would make a more curving profile, and this is a more diagonal profile. So you'd get kind of two different profiles, and then you can mix and match, right? You can put them on either side of this to kind of curve out and then sort of flatten on the edge, or go diagonal on one side and curve on the other, or feed them on either side of this, or yada yada.
I was wondering if maybe it'd be possible to make a trifecta that would work for both 245s together and the regular convex.
No, because this is asymmetrical.
Yeah, is
intentionally. What it is. Yeah.
and
And that's once again the challenge with trifecta stuff is trying to get like you don't want to destroy the integrity of the initial piece so that it fits with a ledge. So the idea is you're adding another piece that then plays really nicely all together.
Charles, absolutely, you could use them that way. You could use terrain trays and risers
Yes.
to make the top of the snow dune a transition to new elevation.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yes.
In Wilderness, we can't show all that compatibility tonight, mostly because it's already 8 and we got to get going. But we will show all that stuff by the campaign for sure.
Yeah. We have, this is, yes, we're gonna, yes. We have a long way to go. That is a very good question. So yes. If you put these dead side up against a wall like this, they are not taller than a castle wall. They are 3.5 inches. So your castle would just stick out just a spickle.
I'm a little worried about that question.
Oh, yeah.
Then I guess you would have then the convex to go down into the ground.
You do this, like, I don't know.
That's interesting.
Snowbank.
You could make that work if you had a lot of straight
like
castle walls.
Parking lot at the supermarket in the middle of the winter.
Yeah,
They make these huge, the snowplows just jamming and stuff. That would be kind of neat. You could also do double high city builder buildings would just peak up over the top of it. You can keep building up.
If you have just like a wild snowstorm blowing in, really strong winds, just kind of pushing the snow up against it.
That would be neat. Yeah. The 45s would be released in a full-length LP. Dragos is showing his age. Because that guy's legitimately like 70 years old, I'm pretty sure. Right? Right, Dragos?
He's in chat.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Wait, who's going to pass? Yeah, you see? 75.
We'll be there. Yeah, both of us will be there. Like 4 other people from the team will be there.
Mace, E, Miles, Tyler?
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only it's a famous fantastical wall built of a mix of stone and ice.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would overlap the windows, but yes, just below the windows. We're gonna do lots of compatibility. We're gonna do lots of, as we get more pieces in hand, we will show you all sorts of fun possibilities.
Yeah.
But we're gonna cut this short so we can go do some building. We will be off for the next 2 weeks, and then back after that.
Yes.
We'll return victorious.
Right, because it's
Thanksgiving,
and then it's Thanksgiving.
Packs right into Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right.
Shotting into the new year.
Yeah, so we'll be back in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild couple of months ahead.
Yeah,
it'll be fun. So hopefully, folks got some pictures for the Discord. Off we go. We'll I don't know what when we come back, we'll see what we have. We should have more stuff to look at when we get back, because
hopefully it will have been 3 weeks.
Hamster and Aaron will be painting with stuff. Will just be cooking. So we'll have hopefully some new stuff to look at.
All right. Good night, everybody. Go make sure you finish out your Cities Reforged pledges.
Yeah.
Pledge manager closes tomorrow.
Just do it tonight.
Go finish
you know what? You have an extra hour. It's like daylight savings time. It's pledge manager doing time.
There's 145 of you who haven't filled out your stuff yet. Go do it.
Yeah, don't make Chris come to your house and like shake a stick at you.
Those are the rules. That's in the game found terms and services.
Chris will come shake a stick at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We need an ice floor.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. Number 145.
145.
Good night.